Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Regina Sunshine, coming to you from what is always a beautiful day for me here in Atlanta, Georgia, with the Regina Sunshine Show. Well, I guess I should say the return of the Regina Sunshine Show. I'm so excited to be here. A lot has happened this morning. At some point, I will cry. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys that disclaimer already. But I'm so thankful and blessed to be in this space. Back here every Monday at 12 noon, bringing you my version of midday motivation, helping you get a Regina Sunshine state of mind. I have two amazing guests already live in studio with me today as a part of this first show back, which is all about peace, purpose, and progress. That's what 2021 is for me. Peace, purpose, and progress. And so first of all, we have with us Queen of Positive Rap, serial entrepreneur, and founder of the She Empowerment Movement, Ms. Lyric. I can't wait for you guys to get caught up on everything that's been going on with her. You guys, if you've been following my show for a while, she's basically like Regina Sunshine Show family, just returning to give us an update on all the wonderful things that she's doing. And then we have a new guest today. Someone that I met through the Awesome Girl Project. He is a husband, father, minister, educator, and overall creative. We have Kyle Robertson in the building as well. And I can't wait for this daddy to have a great conversation with us about everything that he's doing as well. So if you've been following my show for any amount of time, you know I normally go to my first break after I give you a little announcement and also the thing that I'm thankful for today. So just to go ahead and fill you guys in, if you don't know, the Awesome Girl Project has really taken off. It has taken a life of its own. In fact, we're in the process of incorporating it separately from Regina Sunshine Global Network because it really is running ahead of me and I can hardly keep up with it. But we are in the process this year of launching 2 new books from the Awesome Girl Project. It'll be number 1, the 3rd book in our Awesome Girl book series is called Beautiful Just Like Me. And then for the first time ever, for all of our creatives, we are doing an art book. Yes, we are launching our very first art book for the Awesome Girl Project, and it's called You're All That Girl. And so we're so excited for not only our writers, but our creatives to have an opportunity to share their gifts with all of you around the world, especially other awesome girls. And if you want your daughter to participate in one of these books, our age range is 5 to 17, and we are still taking authors until February the 28th. So you can just reach out to me at reginasunshine.com or email me at reginasunshine.robinson@gmail.com. All right? Also, I want to mention, for the second time in my life, I've been blessed to be chosen to be an author with Chicken Soup for the Soul. And so this April, my second book with Chicken Soup for the Soul is coming out. It's the BU edition. The first one for me was Curvy and Confident, and my story was called Bad Mama Jamma. If you know me at all, you know that's my theme song. I'm kind of switching it up because my son said it's time for me to get a new theme song. But anyway, that's always been my song. But this time, we are again launched with this book, BU. And I have to tell you, I keep telling all my coaching clients, you want to get in this Chicken Soup for the Soul family because they are beasts at PR and getting you in really great rooms. The first time around, I got to be on some international podcasts with the editors, and every time they actually did an interview, they would mention my story. Had so much favor, and they introduced me to some people that I probably never would have met. So if you get the opportunity, go to Chicken Soup for the Soul page. Look at the books that are coming up and the stories that they need authors for. And make sure you submit yours, okay? And the last thing I want to mention in terms of announcements is I'm finally launching my second personal book. And it is called Chasing Sunshine. It's all about finding what? Peace, purpose, and making progress in your life. And it is based off of a workshop series I do called Purpose Driven Living. And it's actually one of the really popular ones that I do. It basically helps you look within and figure out what your purpose is. And so I share with you my journey to finding my purpose and then give you tips and tools to make sure you're living on purpose as well. So look for May 2021, Chasing Sunshine with Regina Sunshine Robinson. Okay? I think that's it, you guys. I'm so excited. I probably need to calm down a little bit, but I have to do my thank yous. I have to tell you what I am thankful for today. Number 1, I'm thankful to my Father in heaven who continues to bless me in spite of me. and give me opportunities to partner with him to build his kingdom. And I'm honored every time I get to walk in that purpose and be in a room of women, or be in a homeless shelter, just anywhere where I can go and encourage and empower his people. And this platform is just an extension of that. So I thank you. I'm so thankful to my Father in heaven for loving me enough to give me an opportunity to do the things that I love. To my business partner, my baby sister, Pamela Stanley, she is the pinky to my brain. If you know us, she calls me Brain. I call her Pinky. Thank you for always having my back, for doing everything behind the scenes so I can be Regina Sunshine out front. To my family, Mama, Erlisha, I had to shout out Gabe and King. They are live in studio producing today. Zoe, Olivia, my whole family. I am one of those people that I don't have this story where, your family never had your back or they were jealous of you. My family has always supported me and uplifted me, encouraged me, and done everything they could to make my dreams come true. And I'm so thankful, because I'm not here today without them. To my pastors, Drs. Bryant and Lysandra Bell of Enlightened Christian Center, thank you for always challenging me to be excellent. If you know anything about my pastor, he's always pushing us to be exactly who God has created us to be, and to be the examples, to be the light in the world. Enlightened Christian Center. To Lanita Mitchell Blackwell for coaching me to the positions that I'm in right now and helping me to live on purpose. To my entire RSGN family. You guys know I call you my vision carriers. I wrote the vision, made it plain, and you guys took it and ran with it. And I'm so blessed and honored to have you on this journey with me. To everyone who has ever partnered with me, prayed for me, donated to our causes, or blessed me in any way, I thank you for always having my back. And to a good friend of mine, Jamie Williams, thank you for loving me and accepting me just as I am. I hope I make all of you proud. I hope you enjoy our show today. And I hope that you will share this with people that you know so that they can also be blessed. All right? Well, I guess it's time now for us to take our first break. We will be right back with our first guest, who's already here. I'm so excited, guys. She looks so good. I can't wait for y'all to see her. We'll be right back on the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network.
Hello, it's your girl Regina Sunshine, and they call me the Affirmation Queen. Why am I called the Affirmation Queen? Because I'm a big believer that if you change the way you speak, you'll change the way you think, and you'll change the circumstances in your life. So start today speaking words of life over you and your circumstances, and see if everything doesn't begin to line up with those things that you are speaking. And I want to leave you with these parting thoughts. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. And take with you my personal motto. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning.
All right, you guys, I am so excited. The first interview back with the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And we have somebody that is like family. I'm so excited that she is here. Welcome back to the show, Ms. Lyric.
Hey, sis, it's been a minute.
It has.
I've seen you on many Sundays.
You have been all over the world since I saw you last.
I have. Yes. So it could be a little bit of my fault.
Well, I have to say, I've been watching you from a distance, and it's always beautiful to see people like you who I know have the right heart and the right spirit. See God blessing you like he's blessing you.
Yes.
And so a lot has happened since you were with us last. So instead of me telling the people who you are, remind the audience who you are and what you do.
What's happening, audience? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, a.k.a. The Beautiful Beast. Listen, I'm the queen of popping positivity. I just try to, make everybody feel good. I am an inspirational artist. I'm a motivational speaker. I have, I'm a founder of She Powerment, which is an organization that was created for women, right? In order to empower or give us visuals for our stories. So I started by sharing my story, and I just opened it to help other women get their stories out. So I'm just really excited. I have a production company now, so it's just allowed me to do a lot of different things, and I'm so happy. That's what happened when I went back. So some of y'all know, I'm from the West Coast originally. I was here in Atlanta, went back to the West Coast, totally for something else, but ended up, getting launched into my purpose, and I'm so excited about it.
That's beautiful. I'd like to mention how I met someone when we started an interview, and I can't remember. It's been so long now. Where did we first? Do you remember?
I know exactly where we met.
Tell me.
It was an event, I believe. Tamika Jackson, Tim, Kenny, and the twins.
Desiree Lee.
Yes,
Desiree
that
Lee.
panel.
Yes, Extreme Faith.
Yes.
Extreme Faith. I remember that.
Yes.
Wow. Man, that's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Wow.
And just like, we just clicked. I was like, oh my God, I love her. I need to know who she is. And I just was like, who are you? We need to be like, just amazing. I loved your energy, your spirit, just everything about you, and your words were powerful. You spoke to me. And, that's when I just was like, yo, sis, I need to connect with you. And then we just, we've been tight ever since.
That's one of those moments. I remember being in that room, and there were so many powerful people there that I've been following all of you guys since then. It's just so tremendous, the things that God has done in the lives of the people that were part of that conference.
I'm telling you.
So we know you. Most of my audience knows you as that beautiful beast.
Yeah.
Tell us, because I think you were out shooting a music video this weekend, weren't you? Tell us about it.
So I'm so excited about what I did this week. I have to, do one of those.
I love it. I love it.
A champion. Just working on new music. God has really elevated my sound. I just really tapped into just wanting to make healing music, but then me, it has to have a little, because see, listen, you feel good when you feel good.
That's right. That's
right. Good. So I wrote this song called Champion when I did not feel good. I was depressed, to be honest. And I really didn't write the song. I just heard, I stand tall, I won't fall, I'm a champion. And I heard those lyrics, and, within, it's just, that's the type I'm inspired. When it comes to making music. I don't just make a bunch of songs. When I do music, it's from the gut, it's from my soul. So this particular song, I don't know what was going on with me that day. I just couldn't get myself together, but I felt like I didn't feel like a champion. I felt like I wanted to die in a sense, just being real. And those words came to me, and I was like, I need a beat for that. And then I just found the beat in my little, I get beats all the time. So I found beats in my phone, and I was like, what goes with this? And I was like, that song goes with this. And then boom, I just put it out there, and it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of work. I'm very proud of it. So it's every woman that's heard this song, even the engineer, and he's not a woman, okay? When he mixed it down, he cried because he said the song is powerful, So I just decided, I'm dedicating my album or my new music to my best friend who took her life. And I'll be celebrating her on the 21st of February. So I'm going to kick it off with this Champion song. And I just feel like it's all of the things that I wish I could have said to her. You know what I mean?
Wow. That affirmation, I am a champion, is so powerful. It says so much.
Yes.
When you hear that, what does it say to you?
What it says to me is I never played sports, but I admire people that play sports. And when I look at champions, I think of people like Michael Jordan. I think of people like Kobe Bryant. I think of people like Floyd Mayweather, whatever you think. I think of champs that fight, Muhammad Ali. I just really, and I look at how they train and how just in the physical of training. And it's like, then I start seeing spiritually. I'm like, yo, that's the type of stuff I be going through spiritually. I might not be out here running and got abs yet, but you know, my spirit probably got abs, you know,
Yes.
based on, you know, all the stuff I've been through, right? So when I think of a champion, when I look at these, you know, extreme, you know, champions, I'm like, that's me. I'm that. I'm her. I didn't fall, and I kept on going. And even though I might have got knocked down, it never got the 10. I get up. Even if it's on 9, I get
like
up.
that. Never got the 10. I love that so much.
Yes.
You know, I did go and look at some of the pictures and videos from the shoot this weekend. You had some phenomenal women with you. Part of our RSGN family. Robin Shockley was out there. I was so excited to see how you guys have connected. It's a beautiful thing when you see women working together.
Yes.
It just, you know, cancels all these stereotypes people have about women not being able to work together, because it's not true.
It's not. It's not. And I feel like this. I feel like some women are grown little girls, and yet they still, like, they're dealing with trauma, you know. So, like, I really dove into my, you know, She Empowerment is mind, body, spirit, money. You know, I feel like complete wholeness, right? So I had to dive in. When I was in California, that's when I saw a therapist, and my life totally changed, because from the spiritual side, you know, I get that, but it was something that was missing where I couldn't connect completely. And once I met my therapist, you know, and her spirit spoke to my spirit. My therapist is a woman of God, so it wasn't like speaking to a pastor. You get me? But it was like, you know, speaking to a pastor, you know, in a sense. But it's just like, I saw that from the science side of things. It's like, you know what? I need to really get more into this. And doing that, sis, it just really, really allowed me to see things from a different perspective. And just like knowing women, like, I was grown, but I was still a girl.
You know, I actually saw a meme somewhere where it talked about healing the little girl within,
Yes.
so the woman can show up and be who she's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And when you said that just now, I felt that.
Yeah, I just walking around here, you know, especially women that go through trauma, you know, like sharing my story. I was raped when I was 7 and left for dead in a park. I ended up doing a documentary right in front of that place that tried to kill me, and that was part of my therapy. That was part of my healing process, you know, and I didn't know how much that thing affected me still. And not until I dealt with that did I become free and really could start walking in my purpose. All of this, y'all thought y'all saw a beautiful beach. Y'all didn't even meet the beach yet.
Honey, it's going to get real good. Well, you know, the She Empowerment movement, I've been seeing your conferences that you've been doing. Please tell us about those.
Yes, so I'm so excited because I kicked it off. God just kind of like kicked me out there, like, girl, you better go do it. Quit playing, because, you know, I get the Leo part. I'm a little perfectionist sometimes. I'm like, I ain't got everything
I'm a Leo too, so
I know you know.
Damn,
okay.
yes.
So I was like, I don't have everything, but God told me to go forth with what I had. And I have some amazing speakers, and, you know, I just started reaching out to women that I know that have inspired me, or that, you know, that I look at their pages, or whoever God tells me or leads me to. I feel like I've been in such alignment with my purpose. So it's like God, like with Robin, just God is just bringing me my help. You know, that was my prayer. Like, I can't do this by myself, and I want to see, you know, people heal. So God, if you want me to do this, I'll lead it. But I need real people to be a part of it. And so I start reaching out to speakers and reaching out to people and saying, hey, sis, would you share your story? Would you come on my platform? I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just doing what God told me. But, you know, we had our first, I started in December, the Makeover Challenge. I have my event, the Ultimate Makeover, that I normally do in May. God told me to ride it out virtual. So we have different versions of Ultimate Makeover. So we'll be kicking off in February again. So we take a week and we just dedicate it to mind, body, spirit, and money. And that's what we did. It was magnificent. People had some life-changing testimonies. You know, we gave a lady a makeover, a breast cancer survivor a makeover. So that's what the video was actually about. Was I created the first champion shirt to salute her. So, so we were all there, ultimately for her, to celebrate her journey and to support her. And that's what, when I saw She Powerment, that's what it's about. Just, us coming together and saying, hey, I don't care what background, who you are, what you come from, or what you've been through. We here at She Powerment, we love you. We're your sisterhood. We'll support you. We'll help you with your business. We'll help you with your brand. We'll help make you over, in inside and out. So I'm very excited about it. We kick back off February 21st, my girlfriend's birthday. That's the mental week. We going in.
There's nothing like a powerful sisterhood. There's
Yes.
nothing like what happens when women really connect
Yes.
on a spiritual level and begin to pour into each other
Yes.
and to other women.
Yes.
So I'm
And
so
then
excited.
The youth, like, I wasn't even expecting, kids to come out. But I had 3 phenomenal young ladies that come out, and they were all different age ranges, like 8, 13, and then like a 16 or 17-year-old. And just, I was like, okay, all of this video stuff, you know what I do when it comes to them kids. So I was like, listen, let me talk to y'all. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure, I'm so concerned about children, especially during COVID. I'm always asking kids, how are you? Are you okay? Because a lot of times people we all worry. We don't know what to do. What you think these kids going through? So I am even focusing and incorporating, bringing the children in.
It's necessary. I actually have 5 virtual empowerment sessions that I do every week with girls,
Okay.
anywhere from middle school to high school girls. And the thing that I see over and over again is that they are being so impacted by what's going on, but the parents are so focused on what they got going on, they don't realize the kids are hurting too.
Yes,
Just this
yes.
whole separation from their friends, this new normal, not being able to do all the things they were doing before.
Yes, and they don't have any understanding for it. I don't have any understanding for it as an adult, okay? So I'm a social butterfly. I love to hug people. I love,
Yes. I miss hugging so much. I really do. I miss the hugging,
Yeah.
the touch, the physical. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, if you have these kids that have that in them and now they have to suppress, you're going to get bad behavior. You're going to get, things like that. But I'm creating something virtual. So, sis, we definitely need to collaborate, because I'm
Absolutely.
definitely making a recess situation for them.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Absolutely. Like, y'all need a break. Auntie got you.
That sounds good, because even with my sessions, I bring in different speakers, and like next week we got this lady that does line dancing, just to kind of get them up and doing something fun and active.
Absolutely. I'll come on there, and I'll make it.
I'm gonna like send you a message today,
Yeah.
the book a day, okay? Because
Yes.
you know how I do.
I got you. Anything for the kids. You know that.
Well, today's show is all about peace, purpose, and progress.
Yes, I love it.
Tell us about peace, purpose, and progress in your life.
Peace. Get your mind right. In order to obtain peace, I always, my prayer to God is, give me the peace that surpasses all understanding, because I don't understand things. I don't understand people. It's a lot of stuff I don't understand, God. So before I rely on my stinking thinking, because it's thrown off, okay? How about that was my pursuit, peace. And the pursuit of peace it's an inner thing. Mm-hmm. You must look within. You will never be at peace with anything. You will never know true love until you know peace. Because you cannot do relationships, and I don't care, be with a person or, like, not talking about like intimate relationships. I'm talking about relationships, friendships, sisters, brothers, people off the streets. You cannot have that if you're not at peace with yourself. I feel like it's not quality relationships. Let's put it that way.
I understand.
So peace is definitely is mandatory. It's mandatory if you want to have any type of quality value life.
Well, the thing that I found is that 2020 especially what ushered in this pursuit of peace for me.
Yes.
Because I think for so long, especially women, this whole superwoman, put your cape on, got to take on the world. I used to always say I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Oh my God, me too. I think Jeezy had me saying that though.
And then I went to a retreat last year where my coach helped me to understand that most of us were in search of this achievement high.
Yes. Yes.
looking for that next high off of it, especially people have personalities like us, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
she was like, you got to find other ways to get that high so you can rest and take care of yourself.
Yes.
So why not get a high off of the fact you're going to take the day and go to the park?
Right.
Why not get a high off of, I'm going to read today versus, I got to have 5 meetings and I got to get 2 new clients.
Yes.
And it really helped me reset what my life looked like. And so now that whole peace thing,
Yes.
first priority.
First priority.
First priority.
That's the first thing I'm doing, like people be like, listen, I will talk to you after I'm done.
Yes.
With my prayer, meditation, all of that time that I need before I deal with any human being on this earth, I must have peace before I have my first phone call. That's mandatory. And like COVID did, I was in some of the most uncomfortable situations during COVID. Like I got stranded, all kinds of stuff. So I had to learn life and just be like, you know what? These things are out of my control. So now you better find out how to calm down, because if you don't, you'll run yourself crazy.
Well, I have to ask you the legacy question. It's normally one that I ask, and especially since you're at a different phase of life now.
Yes.
You seeing things differently. What's the legacy that you hope to leave behind?
Well, being that I named my daughter Legacy.
I didn't know that.
The legacy that I would like to leave behind. I want everybody to know that I was positive, that I pushed and overcame any hurdle, any obstacle, and that if I can do that, anyone can. That I was unique, that I was different, that I owned my, I was just me. I own my unique, I own being this special person that I am. And I just let everybody know, because I have a daughter now, and I want her to see, live in full color, live your purpose, live your destiny, dream big, use your imagination. Don't ever allow anybody to take the color out of your life and make everything black and white, because that's not it. That's when you lose faith. Mm-hmm. When I start seeing things black and white, and that's when stuff got real for me. But now I got my color back. Now I have my imagination back. Now I have my faith back. So now I believe I can soar, like a real eagle, and not be on the ground like a pigeon.
I love it. So much of what you've already said, you have already established that legacy. It's already happening. You walking in the manifestation of that right now, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Please tell our audience how they can follow you, where they can sign up for all these amazing things that you have going on.
Absolutely. So music-wise, just Ms. Lyric as the brand. I am Ms. Lyric. I am MZLYRIK, no C, okay, .com. And on social media, I am Ms. Lyric. It's God for me. But to register for our events, shepowerment.org. She Power, POWER, Ment, MENT.org. And you can register and join us and share your story, connect with us. I'm always looking for amazing speakers, people that would like to share and be transparent and open. That is the journey, let us share so that we can heal.
I got some speakers for you. I'm going to have to
Please
send you a list of names. I always tell people I know some phenomenal people. We've been blessed
Yes.
to meet some amazing people.
Yes.
So I'll definitely
I
send some of
need
those
'em.
names
Need 'em.
your way.
Yes, yes.
Well, can you hang on for a little bit after we do our interview with Kyle, bring you back, and we'll close out together?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the multi-talented Kyle Robertson will be live with me here on the Regina Sunshine Show, here at Regina Sunshine Global Network.
Give me the sunshine. Give me the sunshine. Just give me the sunshine. All I want is some sunshine. Let me have the sunshine. me have the sunshine. I need the sunshine. I need the sunshine. Just give me the sunshine. Now I don't mind when it rains 'cause everything needs it. And sometimes it rains for days and even 10. Take the sun to come along and bring the pretty weather. I don't know about you, but I know I like it better. Let me have the sunshine.
All right, you guys, you are back live on the air with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I'm so excited to have a first-time guest with us here today. Even though we've known each other a short time, I have really grown to admire this gentleman and his family, even though this is like our own second face-to-face conversation.
Third.
Is it third?
We met the first time at the Awesome Girl, and then there was the workshop.
The luncheon for the girls. Okay. But I have been watching you and your wife and your phenomenal family. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Yes.
So you did send over this, and I love, how concise and beautiful this is because it says so much in a few short words. It says, at an early age, Kyle found his passion for the arts. It is his passion for art that has driven him to become the artist, designer, educator, and speaker you see today. Kyle has a BFA in studio art from Queens College, an MAT in art education from Georgia State University, and is currently pursuing his MFA in media design from Full Sail University. Kyle is a husband. So you put that first. Kyle is a husband, father, minister, educator, and overall creative. Welcome to the show, Kyle.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you have already told everybody how we met. The Awesome Girls. I can't remember your cousin. I think it's your aunt that nominated your daughter, Serena.
Yep.
Serena nominated Aaliyah, and she was just a sweet, beautiful spirit. But when I tell you, not only when you guys were part of the Awesome Girl book, her sales through the roof, I think she had the most people in attendance at the Awesome Girl Awards. So I'm just in awe of how beautiful your family, and like you said earlier, your church family support you guys.
Yes.
So
we have an awesome village around us.
It's obvious. It's tangible, your village.
Yes.
So I told them a little bit about you. What is it that you want our audience to know about you?
Well, I am, as you know, Kyle Robertson. I have a plethora of gifts that God gave me. So for me, it's a matter of what season am I using what am I doing in certain seasons. So for me, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I love my family. Coronavirus has been awesome in the fact of the matter of being able to be closer and engage with my family on a higher level. Being an educator, I'm at home now with my kids at home. So it's given us the opportunity to kind of get closer and know each other a little bit on a higher level and build further relationships with one another. I am a designer. It was a word of the Lord spoken into me. I didn't go after it. It came to me. And I ended up building a fashion company that actually now has my old students a part of it, that are helping me to build it to the next level. So yeah, there's a whole bunch. I'm an elder in Kingdom Empowerment Center. Shout out to my pastors, Pastor Michael and Rachel Sr. And I just love anything creative.
Well, it's obvious just looking at the things that you're already a part of. I got to go back to the whole family thing. You and your wife are just such beautiful black love, just oozing out of your pores. How did you guys meet?
Okay, so we actually, funny story, we met numerous times, but never realized that we were introduced to each other. So we officially met because she worked at Target and I worked at Target. So we actually, a Target love story.
Target love story.
I was a backroom team member and I'm like scanning, and I see this girl come in with like this blonde hair all the way down to her back, and it's like straight, and she walks by and she's in the back room, and I'm like, hold up, we got a closed back room. Ain't nobody supposed to be back here. So I like scanned and I'm like walking aisle by aisle and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, you can't be back here. And she's like, oh, I'm the PA. I'm supposed to be back here. I got to get stuff from P Fresh. And I'm like, all right. And so like it kicked off from there and us just flirting and stuff like that. And then we ended up 10 years later, we're still together. We have 5 beautiful children and we just have grown together both naturally and spiritually. We've been both on a spiritual journey together. We both kind of like God got us at the same point. We became ministers together. She's a minister. Now I'm an elder. And so God has really done his cultivating in our process.
That's beautiful. So there's a book coming, right? A couple's book.
Oh man!
I'm just saying.
So you just spot on. We actually during our Wednesday night set spiritual empowerment training, shout out to Pastor Tim. He prophesied that we will have 2 books coming soon. So we are definitely going to jump on that and get the process started.
Well, we'll be looking for those books, all right? You have to come back, you guys together, and promote those. Well, you mentioned, that I guess design wasn't something that you chose. It's something that God spoke to you. When did you know that you had a gift when it comes to things creative?
So I started off in elementary school, drawing and doing all kind of artistic things. I just loved it. I was a kid that would always ask my mom to buy me those art briefcases that have like the sucky watercolors, color pencils. They all suck, but you just feel like an artist because you have the briefcase. So I was that kid that always wanted that thing. And I always sought after it, always put in competitions. But for me, there was a moment that made me second guess myself as an artist. And it was like losing a competition in elementary school that I thought I was going to win. So the passion of chasing the creative gifts and using the creative gifts started from a really young age. But it only was art at first. And then I started venturing out in college. I took acting classes. I found out I loved acting. Middle school, I played the saxophone. I've done so many different areas. Design fell on me, all these different areas. And I find that if it's something creative, I end up being able to learn it like that. If it's not, it's a struggle. But it's like there's a creative part of me that like can learn whatever it is when it's time.
That's beautiful. So have you passed on this gift to any of the kids? Are you seeing anything?
So, yeah. Actually, okay, so Michaela, our 8-year-old, she is a dancer. We just signed her up for dance. Shout out to the Movement Dance Studio in Jonesboro. They are awesome. They've been working with her. She's doing ballet and both hip hop, which she loves. So she's into like the whole movement. She does dance with our church. Elder Sewell, actually shout out to her. She works with her on Saturdays on praise dancing and everything. So she's been praise dancing for a while now. But now we're like, okay, we need to do something with this because she's passionate about it. She watches it on YouTube, everything. So we signed her up for dance classes. She's doing that. Aaliyah actually draws. Aaliyah has found her little passion for drawing. We see drawings all over the place now. So she's starting to take off in that, and she was actually asking me about learning more about art. So now that she's asking, I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to figure out how to tackle teaching my elementary school age kid art because I'm a high school art teacher. So just tackle it and give her the foundations. And then my other 2, my 1-year-old and 2-year-old, Melanie, my 2-year-old, she is a dancer. You could tell she anytime music comes on, she just starts dancing. So
that's beautiful. Now, what does it feel like to be able to share your gift with other young people, to help them develop that creative gift as well?
So it's kind of crazy because as I go, it's almost like I'm not sharing my gift, but I'm nurturing their gift. So I don't necessarily see myself doing my own thing a lot. This time away from work and everything has afforded me the opportunity to go back and work on my own. But you spend so much time cultivating and nurturing somebody else's gift so that they can get to the next level, that sometimes you find that you put yours down so that you can get them to the next level.
I understand. That's one of the reasons my show got put down for a minute, because I was helping so many other people. But then you recognize that there's still something for you to give, right? And you
Yes.
got to make sure you tap back into that gift God gave you
For
so you can
sure.
share it with others.
Definitely.
So tell me some of the projects that you're excited about right now.
Okay, so one of the projects I'm actually really excited about that we have coming up, God spoke Project B to me. And so Project B is called Project B because it's building, employing, and empowering. So under Cultivate 128, which is my fashion brand, we are gearing up to be teaching people how to sew, and we're calling it Project B in the aspect of it's like almost like our Project Runway. But what we're looking to do is build, employ, and empower people to go out and have your own. So you're going to start off by sewing, you're going to do that, and the idea is by the end of it, we're having a collective fashion show. I put
That
together
is so dope.
I put together numerous fashion shows for my high schools. So I got the idea of how it worked, and I've been in some fashion shows, so I know like the background logistics of it. So putting it together for Project B so that they can debut themselves as designers, showing their line, showing their thought process, and showing their creativity in design.
I don't know anybody else that is doing that. That is so new and innovative. I love it.
Thank you.
And I was just sitting here thinking, I got a couple of awesome girls that want to sew, and we've been looking for somebody. So we might have to have somebody come in and do a workshop, a sewing workshop with the girls. I'm just throwing it out there.
Definitely. Look, it's super fun. I'm self-taught. I taught myself, but it's like something that's in the family too, because my grandmother did it, my mother did it, my aunts do it. So it's like knowing, having been around it, but being able to also teach yourself it and pick it up. And it's like it comes second nature now. So being able to understand how a garment, construction, and all those things are put together, and helping them to understand it, because they can put together their own thing. They can be the next. Somebody just needs to help them to be the next.
I love it. I do. Now, I remember when we were messaging during the week, you mentioned that you were doing a session with some young men.
Oh,
that
yes.
piqued my curiosity. It
Okay,
did.
so Saturday we had a session. We called it Know Who You Are, with Pastor Fireman and myself. We have a young men's group ages 13 through 25, and Fireman is a producer, and he has his own recording studio. So a lot of the young men in our church are into music and doing music. So what we did was we had a workshop that we started off by telling the story of Jesus, but telling the bad side of it. And starting it off by saying, I never physically met my biological father. I was arrested. One of my friends betrayed me. And telling them all these different things and saying, hey, can you connect to this? Wow. And they were like, I see myself in some of these scenarios. And then we were like, well, this was the story of Jesus. Every time you see Jesus, a lot of times people look at it and they look at the good side of it. But Jesus had to go through a lot. And he still had to know who he was and how to get there. So it was the idea of saying, yes, you're going through a lot, but you still got to know who you are in God. And so we also gave our testimonies of saying, okay, I had to know that God gave me these creative gifts. They're meant to be used. So I got to know who I am so I can use them. And so we did that, and then we entered into a writer's workshop with beats and everything, and they were able to write their own verses, and we're doing a compilation song with all of them on the track, and it's going to be a song with like a good 10 kids, 10 youth and young adults on it, just rapping, and the way they delivered was phenomenal. It was like you could tell the spirit was there, because the way they delivered their verses, the way it sounded, and how one just blended into the other, and they were all writing independently. We didn't give them anything specific to write about. We just said, tell your story.
I'm telling you, I'm speechless, because I love everything about that. There's something about music that, number one, it reaches people, but it also helps bridge gaps. And so you get to have conversations that you wouldn't normally have, because the music has unified you in a way that nothing else can.
And it allows you to free yourself. Writing in general allows you to free yourself, allows you to release. So I write poetry, and sometimes it's releasing what I've been holding on to so I can put it down and get it out. And so them being able to put it down and saying like, oh, I didn't have a dad in my life. They're able to now get it out and put it out there, but now it's not something that they're harboring anymore. They're saying it, they're getting it out, they're releasing it. So I just look at it as another way for them to release so that they're not holding on to things and then it becomes suppressed and then it bubbles out as something else that it never was meant to.
I love especially the part where you're describing these scenarios. They're not even thinking about the fact that it's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That is so cool. I never thought of it from that side.
Yes.
And that makes it so relatable. So now it's not just your savior. He was a man. There was a part of him that was man as well.
And that's a big thing. Being relatable to that generation. Like the generation Gen Z is not the generation that wants the fake. They want the real, they want to connect, and they want to see how something can relate to them. They can't see how it's going to relate to them. It's not beneficial for them. As a teacher, I have to find a way to make something relatable to them because they're the generation that if it's not interesting, I'm not going to do it.
You're right.
And it's like pulling teeth to try to get them to do something. So how do we make some things relatable so that we can get the best out of them?
I agree. And my son Gabriel is a part of that generation. And one of the things I remember him telling me was, Mama, we don't want to just hear about God. We want to experience the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
We want to see it, touch it, feel it. It has to be real to us. And that really impacted me because, I'm thinking, that, you share it the same way you always share the gospel, right? But no, they need something different. They need something different.
And they want to see the power of God.
They do.
Too many times we're in places that we're playing church, but we're not experiencing the power of church. You're moving forward in operations of the church, but you're not allowing the Holy Spirit and God to guide it to what it needs to be. God will come in with his own agenda when you enter the building, but if you continue to stay according to your own agenda, there's people that are not going to be set free. There's people that are not going to be delivered. There's people that are not going to receive the word of the Lord that he needs them to get.
Yes.
And so it's very necessary for us as a body of Christ to be yielding to the one who is leading us and be yielded to what Jesus and Holy Spirit and your Father in heaven is saying to you, because if we continue to move the way we want, we're going to miss something, and missing something is going to cost something.
I got chills when you said that. I'm telling you, that's so real. The very first meeting that my son and I went to when we started attending Enlightened Christian Center, it was the new members meeting, new members class, and it's probably like 20 of us in there. He is the only one, like 17, 18 years old, and the first question he asked the pastor was, do you allow the Holy Spirit to move in here? And I'm sitting there, again, is this real? Is the power here? So I get it. I'm so excited about the things that you're doing, and I'm so thankful that you were here. I do have to ask you the legacy question. When it's all over and they start telling the story of Kyle Robertson, what is that legacy?
The legacy that I would want to leave behind is one that has built opportunities for other people. The mountain that I'm assigned to is a mountain of arts and entertainment. That's one of my mountains. I want to be somebody that can pave the way and be an example for others. That kingdom doesn't have to look the way that people think kingdom looks.
Yes.
I want to be able to pave a way that shows righteousness and shows that it can be fun and that you can use every gift that God assigned to you. I want people to be built up in their gifts and to use their gifts so that they can go out and become everything that they need, because not everybody is called to the pulpit, but your ministry still is what your gift is.
Yes.
Your ministry is using your gift. Your ministry is reaching the people that you're called to reach. And it may just be saying, let me tell you about how Jesus saved me as I'm styling you, as I'm putting on your garments, as I'm telling you, girl, these earrings, and you look beautiful. Because sometimes people just need to know you're beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so using your gifts both naturally and spiritually and fusing the two, that's the legacy I want to leave behind.
I felt all of that. I love every bit of it. Please tell our audience how they can follow you, how they can reach out to you. If they want you to come and speak to their youth, let them know.
Yes, so if you want to see my family And follow my family. You can find us at Living with the Robertsons with the S, ROBERTSONS. Living with the Robertsons at every platform. You can find my brand at Cultivate128. You can find my own art at IamKyleRobertson.com, Cultivate128.com, and you can find me anywhere pretty much. And that's how you can get to me.
Awesome. Well, you hang right here.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break and bring Miss Lyric back, and then we'll close out together.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Well, you have been live here at the Regina Sunshine Show with Regina Sunshine at Regina Sunshine Global Network.
Hello, it's your girl Regina Sunshine, and they call me the Affirmation Queen. Why am I called the Affirmation Queen? Because I'm a big believer that if you change the way you speak, you'll change the way you think, and you'll change the circumstances in your life. So start today speaking words of life over you and your circumstances, and see if everything doesn't begin to line up with those things that you are speaking. And I want to leave you with these parting thoughts. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. And take with you my personal motto. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning.
All right, you guys. Hopefully you're just not tuning in right now, that you've been able to see the entire show, because if you have, you've been blessed. If you're just tuning in, you need to go back to the beginning, watch the whole thing, share it with your family and friends, because these two people have ministered not only to me but to all of you today. But if you've watched my show before, I like to bring my guests back one last time and give them an opportunity to give a final word of encouragement, because there's always somebody that's watching that is going through some similar things that you guys have been through, right? That have similar stories, and it always helps to hear from somebody who's on the other side of what they are working to overcome right now. So the first thing I want to ask, in terms of purpose and finding purpose, what type of advice would you give to someone who feels like they're stuck, right? I feel like I'm supposed to write this book, right? I feel like I'm supposed to be in music, but I just can't seem to get beyond myself. Because a lot of times that's what it is, right? I can't seem to get beyond myself. So you guys, please tell them, Kyle, how would you tell them to help get them unstuck?
One of the things I tell my students, which I love bringing my students to a museum, is I bring them to the museum, I show them everything in the museum, and then we come back and I say, was there something in the museum that you saw that looked like a piece of elementary school art? And half the times they say yes. And I say, so who's to tell you that what you create can't be the next thing that's in the museum? Somebody was just bold enough to keep pushing and keep showing and keep pushing it out there. So don't be afraid to put yourself out, and don't be afraid to keep excelling and keep practicing and keep launching. Your gift is your gift. Somebody is going to love what you do. Your gift may not be meant for every audience, but your gift is called to a audience. So don't put it down, continue to exercise it.
I love that because so often we're looking for perfection, right? Or have to look a certain way, be a certain way. And a lot of times it's just go, right? Just do something. Because once you start moving, I always tell people faith is an action where when you move in the direction of what God told you, showing him, I believe you. And then everything you need starts showing up. Folks start showing up. Everything starts showing up.
Take a step.
Awesome. Same question, Ms. Lyric.
Well, what I would just say, piggybacking off my brother, that's it. Don't be afraid to be original. Don't be afraid to be you. Like it doesn't matter. A lot of us overthink, you know, especially if you're an artist. You know, like anytime you're an artist, don't you overthink, oh my God, like we just but I tell you what, the first time that I ever did what God told me to do was at a church. And I was rejected there. Had I accepted what those people told me, that wasn't of God, that rapping is not of God, this, that, or whatever, then there would not be a sheep empowerment. There would not be, you know, it's so many people that I've touched, you know, by just being transparent and being myself. So I tell you what, never be afraid to be you. Be unique. Don't even care. Like, stop, you know, this is what I tell myself. Be like Nike, just do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, just do it. Try it. And if you fail, guess what? So what? The guy Amazon, how many times did he fail? How many times did Walt Disney fail? How many times did anybody that has any significance fail? You fall, it's cool. Get up, try again. Period.
Amen.
That's it.
I love it. I love it. All right. Second question is more practical. What is something that you do on a regular basis that keeps you encouraged? Is it something you read? Is it prayer and meditation? What is it that they can incorporate into their daily lives to help push them forward?
So one thing I will say that's a practical thing is make sure there's things around you, not only things, but people around you that's speaking life inside of you. One of the things I do is at my desk, I have Post-its on the wall that remind me of where I want to go. So I have one that says creative director. It's a Post-it on the wall. I say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, so that in the moment I feel weak, I can look at that and say, no, I'm reminded. I wrote on a thing, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. So I surround myself with people of like mind, because if you don't have somebody of like mind around you, they're going to tear you down, and everything that they say you're digesting, and you got to be careful about what you digest. Because if you digest something that was not meant for you to digest, now you allow toxin into your body, and now you allow that toxin to take over. So you want people of like mind around you so that they can help to push you and become. You don't want to be stagnant. You want people that's on a constant move around you that can also nurture and speak life back into you when you don't feel like there's life inside of you. And having those constant written reminders allows you to see something and say, this is who I am. This is where I'm going. This is the goal. Write the vision, make it plain.
I love it. That's good stuff.
Yes, that's good.
Ms. Lyric.
That's good. So exactly what he said. Then I'm gonna add a little something with it. Just in case you don't have people around you that's positive, right? You're gonna have to be your own cheerleader. You're gonna have to, consistently, because that's the one thing, especially with COVID, right? A lot of us are not able to access, and you're stuck in the house with the people that ruin your life every day. I'm talking to those people, right? You're going to have to maybe Google some things. You're going to have to find, Google friends, Facebook friends, social media friends, people that you can look up to and say, hey, I would like to be like that. If I could pick a friend, right, that's who I would want my friend to be. So if you, like, even here, if you see someone here that you would want to connect with, just say, hey, let me follow them, and look for those types of things. Just try to connect with people. Even if you can't physically connect with them. Positive affirmations every day. Every day, speak life. Speak life when you feel dead. Speak life. Always never say I can't. That is the worst word. Like you can say a bunch of MF, this, that, or whatever. I can't is the worst thing that you can say out of your mouth. I'd rather you say curse words. than say what you can't do. Like he said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Don't rely on self, rely on God. And then God will guide you. But you have to do the work. Stay positive, speak life. A lot of people are just speaking death and don't even know it because you're around those. I'm talking to people that's in negative environments, right? You know, because a lot of us have already positioned ourselves. But if you're in that place where you're like, I'm stuck, I can't, you need to say, I'm not stuck, I will, I can do anything, because God will not fail you. That's just straight up.
That's good stuff. I think y'all have said it all. I thank you guys so much for sharing your hearts. And I'm so excited about the projects that you're working on. Please keep us informed as you launch new projects so we can share it, here as well as on our social media. All right, to our audience, I thank y'all for tuning in. I've almost made it through my first show back. I'm going to have a good nap later. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
I'm going to have a good nap. We're going to eat something good, right, Gabe? Because my son is out. That's the foodie right there. We're going to eat something good, and we're going to take a good nap. But to my audience, I leave you with the words that I always leave you with. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Same time, Mondays, 12 noon, here, Regina Sunshine Global Network. And we'll have 2 more amazing guests here live in studio. You guys know how I'm going to finish out? I leave you with my personal motto. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning.
Give me the sunshine. Give me the sunshine. Just give me the sunshine. All I want is some sunshine. Let me have the sunshine. I need the sunshine. When I don't see the sun in the sky in the early morning, I can't wait for the sun to come along and push the clouds away. Now I don't mind when it rains, 'cause everything's easy. With my baby in the park, wishing it all away. Give me the sunshine. Give me the sunshine. Let me have the sunshine.